You are at gate B18. Fluorescent lights hum above. The overhead display flips from on time to delayed and then to cancelled. The scent of coffee and the anxious murmur of other passengers are suddenly louder than the boarding music. Your stomach growls. Your phone is low on battery. You can already picture a taxi and a hotel bill you didn't plan for. Start right now. Take a deep breath and create a simple record. Open your phone camera and photograph the gate display, any announcement boards, your boarding pass, and the time-stamped airline app notice.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right.
If an agent speaks to you, note their name and time in a quick voice memo or a note app. Keep any paper handouts or slips the agent gives you. Even a torn sticky note can be proof later. At home, before travel day, save 2 things that pay back. A screenshot of the airline's contract of carriage or conditions of carriage page, and your credit card's travel protection terms. Put one paper copy in your carry-on, put the other on your phone in a folder called Travel Docs. If you already have delay or cancellation protection through travel insurance or a premium credit card, keep that provider's claim phone number handy. At the airport, go straight to the gate agent desk or customer service counter as soon as the disruption is confirmed. Politely ask 2 direct things. Can you confirm whether the airline is providing meal vouchers or hotel accommodation for passengers on this flight? If yes, how will I receive that? If the agent says yes, ask them to print or text the voucher details and the name of the person authorizing it. If they say no, ask for the reason and whether the disruption is listed as an extraordinary circumstance in the airline system. If an agent seems uncertain, escalate quickly but calmly. Ask for a supervisor or use the airline app's chat function and copy the transcript into a note. If the delay will force an overnight stay, tell the agent you need accommodation now and ask what steps the airline will take. Keep your calm. Polite persistence gets results far more often than anger. If you must buy food or a hotel yourself, keep every receipt and write on the receipt or photo the flight number and date. Receipts are your claim currency. Use a credit card that offers travel protections. Many cards reimburse reasonable meal and hotel costs when the airline refuses.
If you use cash, scan a photo of the receipt and email it to yourself with the subject line, Flight Number, Claim Receipt, so you have a time-stamped copy. Why do airlines sometimes provide vouchers and sometimes refuse? Think of it like a canceled restaurant reservation. If the restaurant cancels because a server didn't show, they give you a table or a refund. If bad weather closes the road, they might not owe you compensation because the event was out of their control. Airlines have similar rules. If the delay or cancellation is their responsibility, mechanical failure, staffing, their contract of carriage or EU law generally requires care, meals, hotel, transport. If it's an extraordinary circumstance, severe weather, air traffic control, they may deny responsibility. Here are clear examples. In the EU under EU 261, cancellations and long delays often trigger meal and hotel assistance if the airline is responsible and the passenger is rerouted on the next available flight. In the United States, there is no broad guarantee like EU 261. Instead, airlines follow their contract of carriage and their discretion to provide care. For international flights, bilateral rules and local aviation authorities matter.
Treat every case as unique and document everything. Many useful links can be found in the description. If you want a printable checklist for this process, hit subscribe and I'll add one to the description and pin it in the comments. Concrete money math. For a typical domestic delay, meal vouchers are commonly $10 to $25 per passenger per meal. For international carriers or long delays, you might see $15 to $60. Overnight hotel rates the airline will book vary wildly depending on the airport city. Expect $90 to $250 in smaller cities and $150 to $450 near major hubs or during events. If you pay out of pocket, a last-minute hotel can run $150 to $500. Taxi or rideshare to the hotel may add $30 to $100. If you don't document or submit receipts, airlines and card issuers often deny reimbursement. That can turn a $200 avoidable cost into a permanent loss. There is also a missed flight risk. If you leave the gate area for a hotel without confirming a rebooking, you might miss a short-notice standby or rebooked flight. Always confirm your seat on the new flight before you leave the airport and get a written confirmation or updated boarding pass. Cheapest practical solution? If the airline offers a voucher or hotel, take it. It's the lowest friction option.
If the airline refuses, use your credit card travel protection first. Many premium cards will reimburse meals and an overnight room when an airline cancels and won't provide care. Keep receipts and submit claims promptly. Most issuers require claims within 30 to 90 days, and be ready to appeal with the airline's customer relations department. A short script that works at the gate. Hi, I need to confirm care for passengers on this flight. Will the airline provide meal vouchers or hotel accommodation while we wait? If yes, could you please print or text the voucher or note who is authorizing it? If no, may I have the exact reason and the agent's name for my record? Write down the name and take a photo of the agent's badge. One specific airline trick to watch for. Agents sometimes issue meal vouchers that can be used only at a single overpriced terminal restaurant, or they issue vouchers only if you wait in a rebooking queue for hours. Another common tactic is to cite extraordinary circumstances without showing documentation. To refuse that misleading claim, ask for the airline's written reason and refer to their contract of carriage. Please show me the entry in the contract of carriage that makes this an extraordinary circumstance and that removes the airline's duty to provide care. If they protest, say you'll escalate and keep all receipts. Most agents will then either provide basic care or get a manager. A second sneaky fee. Some third-party rebooking desks or airport hotels will charge you up front and say the airline will reimburse. That rarely happens without documentation. Avoid booking a hotel that insists on your card first unless they give a written airline reimbursement confirmation. If you're denied at the airport, file a claim immediately with the airline's website and attach photos, gate display, boarding pass, receipts, and any written denial you received. If it's an EU flight or the carrier is EU-based and your case fits EU 261, include the regulation citation and deadline information. EU claims are time-limited in many countries. If the airline still refuses, escalate to the national enforcement body for EU flights or your credit card's dispute process. Keep copies of every message. Worst-case scenario, no voucher, no hotel, and the airline blames extraordinary circumstances. You may pay $200, $500 out of pocket, and then enter a slow claims fight that can take months. That is why documentation and using travel protective credit cards matters. In many cases, the card reimburses within weeks, while the airline fight takes longer. Practical refusal lines. I appreciate your help. For my records and a possible claim, I need this in writing. Can you text the reason this is considered an extraordinary circumstance and the name of the supervisor? If you can't provide accommodation now, I'll purchase a room and submit receipts under my credit card's travel delay benefit. These words, calm, clear, and focused on documentation, reduce pushback. If you need immediate shelter and the airline refuses, book the cheapest, safe nearby hotel and keep all receipts. Use public transport where safe, or share rides with a trusted service. If you're traveling with family or someone who needs assistance, make that clear. Airlines are more likely to provide care when children, elderly, or disabled passengers are involved. After you get home, submit claims promptly. Follow the airline's online form, upload clear photos of receipts and gate displays, and attach a short timeline. If the airline replies with a flat denial, reply with the specific contract of carriage clause or local regulation supporting your case. If necessary, raise the matter with a consumer protection agency or use a small claims court for sums under local thresholds. Final quick checklist. Photograph the gate and boarding pass. Ask the agent for written confirmation. Keep every receipt. Use a travel protective credit card, and file claims within the airline and your card's deadlines. That sequence converts chaos into evidence you can win with. If this helped you feel less panicked about delays, please subscribe and like for more practical travel fixes and checklists. Safe travels, and keep those receipts.